A question. Today is 2022. Okay. How do you envision, let's say, a two-wheeler or a three-wheeler getting charged? How do you envision the interaction of the driver or the user today? And how do you envision this 4 years from now?
Right, right. So in India, actually, two-wheeler and three-wheeler market is growing very rapidly because of the various kind of reasons like government, state government, and the central governments are giving subsidies. The technology is getting developed. As per our knowledge, in India, we have around 350 to 400 two-wheeler companies. Most of them are basically the assemblers, not the manufacturers. We have very few and limited manufacturers in India, manufacturing in India, but most of them are the assemblers. So, if the industry is growing fast, we have to make sure the product we are developing, the electric vehicle, a two-wheeler or three-wheeler, that product is a quality product because last few months we have seen some bad incidents about the electric vehicle catching fire or some other incidences. So that is one thing. And apart from that, if you particularly asking about the charging, so as very active in this industry, I used to communicate with some people who are actually driving the electric vehicle. So if anybody is standing by roadside on the signal even, I ask them very hesitantly that how is your experience of the two-wheeler? Okay, and whether are you getting some kind of finance of these vehicles to get to buy those vehicles, and what is your charging experience, particularly where you are charging that vehicle. So are you charging at home? Are you charging at public places? This kind of interaction I used to do. I used to connect with the real user who I believe these people, the real user is going to give us a right feedback and right direction of this industry. So as per my understanding or my knowledge, as of now, most of the two-wheelers are getting charged at their homes only because whatever the range vehicles have in their battery capacity, let's say 80 kilometer or 100 kilometer, that is more than enough for any employee or any housewife to use in a particular day, in a single day. So most of their charging is happening at home itself. Even I ask after how many days you used to charge your vehicle. So the answer is around 2 to 3 days. Once in a 2 to 3 days we used to charge our vehicle. That is one thing. Now here we are talking about the normal people, common people. However, two-wheeler and three-wheeler vehicles are also used in the different type of business models like ride sharing or the delivery segment. All right, last mile delivery segments. In that case, definitely the charging uh, has to do very frequently. Along with that, I strongly believe two-wheeler and three-wheeler market is shifting to the battery swapping as well. Okay, most comparing to the between two-wheeler and three-wheeler, three-wheeler is marking market is shifting completely to the battery swapping because that market is completely working on the delivery segment or last mile the cargo segment. Okay, and those vehicles cannot afford to charge in the daytime, so battery swapping is happening. And in case of two-wheelers, there is a still 50-50 chances the vehicles will be swapped or vehicles will be charged. It will be completely depend on the technology. Now there are some vehicles coming with a detachable battery as well. So the users are actually removing the battery, taking that battery to home, and they are charging their batteries just like their smartphone. Okay, so that is one more segment actually developing. After all, the industry about the two-wheeler and three-wheeler, we are not sure how much the public infrastructure of the two-wheeler will be utilized. But considering the current scenarios, most of the vehicles are getting charged at office and mostly in the apartments itself.